Greetings, I'm Solidus-Skully and welcome back to Kingdom Hearts 2. After escaping from Scar and, Pete, and those lovely ladies, now we're basically on a quest to find the return of the king! Which in this case pretty much means doing the plot and finding Simba. Or is it Kimba? Or whatever fucking debate people have nowadays and shit. But basically this means like a trekking odyssey across, well, the African plains where we find Simba, as we go from the dead planet to the lush planet of waterfalls and stuff, really making you wonder why the lionesses or Scar haven't bothered to expand their territory further. I mean, like, isn't it the nature of animals to, like, feed on things in one place, move forward to another? I mean, I know there's like a degree of territorialism involved, but like, I mean, even still, if food's dried up, you gotta move to greener pastures. But whatever, anyway, we have our mission goal, we have our mission statement. So, let's go to the Wildebeest Valley. Unless maybe the rampant wildebeests are the biggest threat that the lions have to worry about? Well, I mean, they are lions, so, you know, king of the jungle and all that. Well, we've killed all the Heartless, and now we have to travel across vast African plains, which I'm sure would have been vastly impressive. Well, I mean, except not really. I mean, the PlayStation 3 was about a year off from this point. I don't know if the Xbox 360 was out at this point, but, yeah. Anyway, oh, that's a beautiful looking waterfall. Lush and verdant, like Matthew Broderick.
Hey, why the long face, Simba? You gotta lighten up and live a little.
Yeah. What were you thinking about?
Let me guess. The past, right?
Hakuna Matata!
Would you look how he's grown, Pumbaa? Why, when I rescued the little guy, he was only this big.
Whoa.
Wow!
What's wrong?
We're never gonna make it!
I guess Rafiki was right.
What?
Never mind, it's not important. Here, I'll show you how. You can do it!
Whoopee! We now have our dash ability. And this pretty much makes traveling across the African plains, well, much easier. Because, yeah, we can pretty much leap to and fro, yeah. Fast travel, basically. So yeah, I guess to kind of get into a lot of my criticisms about, or at least a lot of my previous criticisms I had about, Pride Lands is that, well again, I think a part of it might have been that I was a bit underleveled for fighting against some of the monsters that we had to face here, but, yeah. I mean, and this kind of does exacerbate a bit of a problem I have with Birth by Sleep's level design in the sense that, again, you're basically given like a lot of space to kind of give the illusion of, wow, these levels are really big and expansive. This game is literally, has a lot more game in it. And you know, when you have more game in your game, that means the game is literally like the most game ever. But, yeah, there's a lot of land, you're not really doing much in it except for waiting for enemies to spawn, so it's, well, basically like your traditional JRPG. You're running around for a little bit, just getting stopped by, oh no, an enemy attack. Defeat him, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Walk 5 feet, oh no, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. In that repeating order. And, yes indeed, also with item management in the game. I mean, again, that sort of mindset was probably more so born of traditional sluggish, okay, we're doing this on an NES and it can't really render much beyond, like, 5 pixels of pixelated pics, so fuck it, slow pace, go now. But yeah, it did kind of make the joiny? Yeah, it kind of made the joiny a bit repetitive. But again, like, I mean, on a more recent playthrough, by which I mean the footage that you're seeing now, again, while I am pretty much stopping to smell the roses, or lack thereof, fighting the Heartless and taking them all down, yeah, I don't know, like, I mean, there is a real sense of progression as you go from, you know, the valleys, you know, the different Pride Lands itself, as you again see progressive stuff going from, you know, dead wasteland to, you know, the verdant beauty of nature. So, I mean, there is an element of progression. I suppose the biggest thing for me is that, well, there just wasn't really too much exciting going on in between now and then. And I mean, like, yeah, the Lion King adaptation in Kingdom Hearts 2 does try and get across the main beats of the movie. Like, I mean, a lot of Simba's guilt and angst over his father's death. But I mean, I don't know, like, I mean, the Lion King itself is like a very emotionally charged movie, and like, you never really got much of a chance. I mean, and primarily in terms of the Kingdom Hearts adaptation, it adapts it well enough, but I don't know, you just need more time to really soak things in, and as things stand at this point, you don't really get a chance to do that. Like, except for fucking Baboon Man continuing his portrait of Simba. Oh no, he was a cub, but now, with some red... Whoopee, he's now a lion man. Yay, artwork. Fight the power.
When Simba's father, King Mufasa, died, we were told that Simba died alongside him.
Who told you that?
Scar.
It is time!
It must be Simba! Sora, hurry!
Wait up!
Ah, now that's more like it. Bright sunny skies. Because I suppose, literally the evil of Scar's corrupting influences blotting out the sun. Like Mr. Burns. Anyway though, like, I mean, again, the areas do progressively brighten up, which again, I guess is meant to be more of a thematic parallel, which Japan can dig like a shallow grave, and, yeah. But I mean, again, on reflection though, like, I mean, while I will say that the Pride Lands is basically a lot of padding and enemy encounters, I guess maybe another reason is that it could make it for, like, an effective grind spot, since again, I do believe this is meant to be the most difficult, well, not the, excuse me, not the most difficult area in the game, but at least the most enemy heavy. So again, if you wanted to come back here and grind for enemies, you could, but I don't know. It's, I guess they couldn't really think of a lot of other things to really spice it up in terms of, you know, stuff that would make the world feel a bit more lived in, but then again, I suppose what could you really do with the Pride Lands, since, well, I mean, it is basically just African jungle, so, I guess they basically did the best they could with what they had, and I suppose also might have been a reason why the Pride Lands itself needed a bit of extra planning, because as I mentioned previously, this was a world intended for Kingdom Hearts 1, so I guess besides working out how Sora moved, it would have also been a matter of what exactly do you put in here that would at least make for scintillating gameplay. Because, like, I mean, at least with Deep Jungle doing its whole Tarzan thing, you could at least have, you know, vine swinging and sliding across the trees and stuff like that with sequences from the movie, but Lion King, on the other hand, I mean, aside from adapting the plot, what else can you do? Like with the drunken sailor, early in the morning, and I mean, apart from putting him in the bed with the captain's daughter, not really much you can do. Other than trying to get Reflect to work. And then I got tired of Reflect because I couldn't time it right. Well, either that or Donald and Goofy were busy pummeling it with peppery shell attacks and bird swats and bird feces. Anyway, let's reunite with an old friend. Hold on, hang on. Violence, violence, violence. There we go. We done yet? There we go. Let's reunite with the king!
Simba! It's me, Sora. Donald and Goofy are here too.
By the way, incoming continuity error here because Simba remembers Kingdom Hearts 2 Sora, not Kingdom Hearts 1 Sora here.
Sora? Donald? Goofy? What happened to you?
Help, Simba! Help! She's gonna eat us!
Timon! Pumbaa! Something must have happened in the jungle. I have to go help my friends.
Okay, we'll back you up. Simba! Wait! It's Nala! Don't you recognize her?
Nala? It's me, Simba.
Simba! You are alive!
Hey, what's going on here?
Don't worry. They're all friends of mine.
So that means nobody's planning to eat anybody else for lunch, right?
Are you sure they don't want to eat me? Like I'm some kind of pig?
We won't, but you are a pig, right?
Call me Mr. Pig!
Could you guys excuse us for a few minutes?
Why am I not surprised?
Simba, you've got to come back to Pride Rock. I thought Sora might be able to help, but you're the only one who can save us from Scar.
I can't go back.
Why?
Hakuna Matata. It's something I learned out here. Sometimes bad things happen, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Simba?
Hakuna?
Matata!
Hakuna?
Matata!
He's not the Simba I remember. Something about Hakuna Matata.
By the way, to kind of clear things up here, Hakuna Matata is basically just leaving today's worries tomorrow, and, well, I mean, that can kind of be a bit of a mixture between either a bad life lesson about running away from your problems, and on the other hand, it's also about just learning to kind of chill out and take life as it comes. Oh boy, life lessons with, the Disney Corporation. Praise them. Worship them. Give them money, lest they lead to bad, evil things. Praise them. But yeah, that's pretty much all we have time for. After this time, it's pretty much where Simba starts to shake off his angsty funk because of his childhood trauma. And also, this entire thing was pretty much... Well, it was primarily comprised of me trying to get a puzzle piece that I failed to get, but yeah, we don't like to talk about that. But anyway, enough time has passed, Simba's a man! Well, lion. But basically just talk to him and make story cutscene go now. And, yeah. On that note, I am Solidus-Skully, and next time on the Kingdom Hearts 2 commentary, this king will finally take his place for his return.
My father's dead, and it's because of me. It's my fault. I can't go back. It won't change anything.
Look at the stars. The great kings of the past look down on us from those stars. So whenever you feel alone, just remember that those kings will always be there to guide you, and so will I.
Father, are you there?
Simba, you have forgotten who you are. You must take your place in the circle of life.
How can I go back? I'm not who I used to be.
Remember who you are.
You can all come out now. I'm going back to face my past. I could use your help.
He really is a king.